Thank you for coming. My name's Arlene Weiss, and I've been with Cuisinart. I think it's around the time they invented dirt. Today we're going to have a seminar on bread baking using the Cuisinart bread maker. The recipe book is very concise, comes with the unit. You have a delay start also. So if you wanted to go to work and come home and have it ready when you came home, you would hit the delay start. You can delay it or start it for up to 13 hours. It'll be ready in 13 hours from the time you set it. This is your basket. You lift it. This will, again, 1.5, 1 pound or a 2 pound loaf. It's non-stick. This is your paddle that fits into that. This is a measure. It's a 1 tablespoon and 1 teaspoon comes packed. Okay, so you take this basket out and put your paddle. It just snaps in. It goes right into the bottom of the unit. It also comes with a measuring cup for liquids. Does anybody know that there is a difference when you measure liquids or when you measure dry ingredients? No. Well, there is. It doesn't weigh the same, it doesn't measure the same, and when you're doing a bread dough like this, you want exact proportions. This is a dry measure. You can get them, they come as a set usually. Take it, put it in a bowl, scoop it up like that, spread it like this, don't pack it down. That is a 1 cup measure. If I measure it in there, it will not be the same. It's different density. Different flours have different weights and different densities as well. This is the direction book that comes with it. It tells you how to adapt recipes you have. It has everything from white to whole wheat, as we said. And if you turn it the opposite way, it'll give you all the information as to the unit itself, your parts, which basically are very simple. You've got your basket, the lid, the interior of the unit, and on the top you have the 1.5, 2 pound, the loaf size, and the menu. And that's most important. When I say menu, if you wanted to do whole grain wheat bread, it will tell you at the top, use the wheat bread program. You look it over here, and there's 12 programs, including the rapid rise, which I'll explain in a moment. So you've got from white, French, whole wheat, sweet, gluten-free, packaged mix, quick cakes, which is the like the carrot breads, just the dough. If you just want to prepare the dough and take it out, you want to make challah, for instance, or Easter breads. You could make the dough in here, but because you want to braid it, it will beep and let you know that the dough is fully kneaded. You can take it out and shape it if you prefer. Jam is another feature of this. You can actually make jellies and jams in the unit. You have a bake only. If you had bought pizza dough at the market, you want to go through the whole thing, you could throw it in there, hit your bake only, and it will automatically adjust it for what it needs, and it will just bake. It will not knead again. There's a rapid bake cycle. Every recipe will tell you if it is for rapid bake or not. The way we're going to put in the ingredients in this, we'll have our yeast at the top and our liquid at the bottom. You do not want the yeast activated prior to the machine kneading. So you don't want to touch the water to the yeast. And this is the measuring cup that will come with the unit, 1.5 cups of water. Put your water in, and then it calls for unsalted butter, which I've measured, which this one is for 3 tablespoons. Okay, then you're going to put in sugar or honey, and you're going to do this just as it says. Sugar. Do you know why you always have sugar in a recipe, or honey, or anything like that? Yeast is actually a live organism, and if it doesn't have sugar, it doesn't always activate. So you need the sugar in there. So then we're going to add our salt. And now here's the bread flour, which again, I've measured. And they suggest that you use bread flour as opposed to all-purpose flour. It gets a better rise. So then we're going to pour this in here. This recipe calls for non-fat dry milk. The very last thing we're going to do is put in our yeast. Now, a package of yeast is 2.25 teaspoons. You just drop this in. Right now, it's at menu 1, which is exactly where I'm going to do it because it says basic white. After I hit loaf size and crust color, then I'm going to hit the menu, which will stay at 1, and then I'll press start. If I wanted to do French Italian, which is in the book and it tells you what you need, I would hit the menu button twice. It would bring me to 2. The minus and the plus is for the rapid start delay. If you're using a rapid start, you should use rapid yeast, which will activate quicker. Okay, otherwise it doesn't matter. If you have it on rapid bake, which is number 12, you can raise it up or lower it down. Okay, so now I'm going to hit loaf size. I'm going to put it at medium. Okay, so here's my loaf size, 1, 1.5, 2. My crust color is light, well here it's a dark, light, or medium.
Okay.
And now I hit the menu button. Now I've moved it to 2. I want to go back to 1. On the right-hand side, it will tell you exactly what the machine is doing. It tells you while it's rising. It tells you when it's baking, when it'll keep warm. It will keep warm for approximately an hour after it's baked. You should get it out of there because sitting in there does cause heat and wetness, and not that anything will happen, but it won't be as crusty as you would have hoped. Okay, so now I've got it on menu. I've got it on 2 pounds because that's what I've measured for. I have it on a medium crust, and I'm going to press start. And you can hear it. There will be, at some point in this, I don't know if we'll still be here, a series of 6 beeps, and it will do that 3 times. That lets me know that if I wanted to add raisins, as I did with this bread, or nuts, or anything that you want to add to it, raisins, nuts, I don't know what else, you would want a fruit, dry fruit, anything you want, it'll tell you when to do it. And all you need to do is lift this lid and throw it in. That's all, and close your lid. Make sure you close your lid again. It will also signal when the breads are baked, and it will also signal when it is finished with the last rise. See this? That's where my paddle was. If this bothers you, when it beeps, you take it out, take the paddle off of it, just reshape it into a ball, and put it back in. If you'd like to come up and see how nice it looks now, please feel free to do so.